afternoon, family. This is what I wanted since the third week of November when I went to Braylon's barber, which is a lady, by the way. She's Asian. She's like, no, I'm not gonna give you a bald head. Let's keep a little bit of hair. So hey, here we go. I love my hair. I feel even freer. And today I'm here to deliver the following message. You see the glory, but you don't know my story. So everywhere I am, wherever I am today, physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually, is a result of me answering my calling. The Bible tells us that many are called, but few are chosen. Why are there only few that are chosen? Because they are the only few who have answered the calling. There's a Bible verse that also says, the harvest is full, but the laborers are few. So I'm just gonna take you back to 2016 forward. That was the hardest year of my life when I was pregnant with Braylon. So first he didn't want me to go through the pregnancy, and so he gave me so many hard time about it. For instance, I had to catch 3 buses because he didn't want to drop me off at work while he was at home and I'm the one working and providing. Don't envy me because you don't know my story. Don't envy my glory because you don't know my story. And fast forward to that, when I was pregnant with Braylon, we moved twice. We moved out of where we lived, and he worked during the night and I worked during the day. So I got home from work and we were supposed to move out the next day, and I see that the apartment was not cleaned up. It was a whole mess. So I went ahead and cleaned up because I need my deposit. That's what I need, my deposit back. Matter of fact, it's the day of the move out. I got back from work and something told me, just go back to the old apartment. When I went there, I was 8 months pregnant. I just was sweeping and crying and praying. God, I said, this should be over soon, very soon enough. Thank you, Jesus, for the strength. And Lord, behold, I got some of my deposit back. I was so glad. Also, another incident, when we got to the place where we lived, they had rodent issues. Usually I'm very thorough. I take my time, I read reviews, but because of my pregnancy and the stress that I had going at home, I couldn't take care of that. So I didn't get a maternity leave, not with Braylon, not with Brianna. So when Braylon was born, every day I was walking to the leasing office to tell them, hey, we need to move her. They closed the blind. They're like, oh, we don't know what the issue is. And the lady even tried to throw some shade at me. She's like, didn't you just have a baby? Don't you have somebody to come for you? I said, you know what? Lord, deal with her. So don't envy my glory. You don't know my story. I have paid the price. So I stopped dealing with them and I contacted the home office, the management office, and I told them I needed 2 weeks notice and I need you guys to take any obligation, any liability off of me as I break this contract off, because this is unsanitary for the kids. They agreed. So I went to you all again, rented a car. My ex-husband didn't have a credit card, so he could not even rent a car. The guys were like, are you okay, man? Last time we saw you were pregnant, about to pop. Now you just had a baby. You okay? This truck looks bigger than you. I say, I got it. So once I got it, I let him drive it because I was tired. And again, I was just moving everything this time, because the first time around 2 weeks back, he hadn't taken all of my stuff. He threw some of my stuff away, jewelries and all that stuff. So I went back. We went through with the move. We moved back to where we used to live previously, and that time we got a great rental deals and got a 2-bedroom for the kids. So it was good. Fast forward a year later, in a last-ditch effort to save my marriage, I took my ex-husband on a tropical trip. I'm like, okay, this is my last-ditch effort. This should, bring us back together. It was 4 great days, 4 days well spent. I paid for everything in full, as always. I had a great time. The 4th day, when it was time to go back, he just went into that mood. We're going back to reality. I don't like my reality. I'm like, if you don't like your reality, you can change it. You have it within you. So I thought that would be it. Little did I know, the next day, he called the police on me because he wanted to know if I could kick him out of the apartment or not. Big scandal. Do not envy my glory. You don't know my story. I have paid the price. Another incident, I thought that was it, but thank God for me, it was time for us to renew or cancel our lease for the next year. So I just went to him. I said, as you know, I'm the one paying for everything. I'm not going to be able to afford this 2-bedroom apartment anymore. I need you to sign here because we are not renewing the lease. And when I gave that to the leasing office, I thought everything was fine. That was a Tuesday. Friday, on my way back from work, they were blowing up my phone. I'm driving, sitting into traffic here. I didn't need that desperately. So as I got home, the office was closed. I got a voicemail that I need to go see them urgently. The next morning I walked there, I went to see them, and they told me that there was a big scandal. My ex-husband came to the office and told them that I falsified his signature. He never agreed to move out. I say, guys, please pick up all records, pick up all leases, and see, that's his signature. They're like, no, we don't get involved in family feuds. I say, okay, pick up the phone now and call him. He called him. The leasing agent called him. He never came, of course. So I went home. I'm like, hey, they need to see us at the living office. He's like, what? The whole time since last night, I held it inside. Since the previous night, I held it inside. I acted like I didn't know what was going on. So when we went there, and he could not even look at them. He has his head down because the previous day he went there, he lied about me and made a big scandal. And I put it, the reason why we're not renewing the lease is because we're splitting up. I put that. So do not envy my glory. You don't know my story. I have paid the price to be where I am today. And when he had called the police on me, that was just at the time where I was getting investigated for my security clearance, and he knew that a police report could jeopardize the whole process. When somebody doesn't know how to build, the only thing they know how to do is destroy. So after that trip that didn't work out, I was just so desperate. Here I was, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I saw that my whole marriage was behind me and everything. So that's when I started studying astrology, because I met this guy. He was going to church with me. We were celibate before we got married. The church thing apparently didn't work out, because as soon as we got into it later on, he was like, no, I trust people in the street before I trust somebody at church. You know, when people are controlling and manipulative, they want to keep you to themselves. So I'm like, I tried that. It didn't work. I tried to be nice. He stayed at home 1 year. I picked up the bills, but then he was looking for jobs for him, applying for jobs on his behalf, sending out resumes. He always had excuses why he shouldn't go. He couldn't go, or he was overqualified or underqualified. That's the spirit of contentment. So I was like, okay, what do I do now? That's when I started reading into astrology. I never believed in astrology until I met that guy. So I read in it. I'm like, oh, okay, we are opposite signs. That's what it is. We are not compatible. And that opened the door also for psychics. So I had a local psychic, very sweet guy, an international psychic, a lady, very sweet lady. And they helped me. It's part of the process. But as a Christian, I know we're not supposed to do that today. I stopped dealing with them. But, you know, it was part of the process. It was a time in my life where I needed people to talk to. And in my entourage, everybody relies on me. I'm the force of strength. I'm the voice of strength. And so those people were just people I got to talk to. So don't envy my glory. You don't know my story. I have paid the cost. Also, while I was pregnant with Braylon, every day my ex-husband was watching videos on how to break people's necks, break their ankles. And one time he walked up to me and he showed me, he's like, if I want you dead, I just pull up. I would just pull up your neck bone. I said, do you need money? He's like, no. I said, do you have a life insurance policy on me? Because before this gets out of hand, we can fix it. If you need money, I can give you money. Don't do anything stupid. And don't ever forget, I'm not going down without a fight. I may not be 200 something pounds. I may not be 6'2", but you know I'm tough. I'm not going down without a fight. So rethink your decisions. When I was pregnant with Braylon, I was 6 months pregnant. He was violently throwing stuff at my stomach because he was trying to give me a homemade abortion. So at that minute, I was like, everything in me was telling me call the police, but wisdom told me no. I'm raising these children. I'm raising Brianna to be a lawyer, a prominent lawyer. I'm raising Braylon to be a prominent doctor. I would be damned if I put in all the work invested in these kids, and when they are older, they would grow up to despise me and not be in touch with me because I'm the reason why their father is behind bars. Sooner or later, the truth will come out. I say I chose a lifelong relationship with my children. instead of being right. It didn't matter if I was right or wrong. I chose a lifelong relationship with my children for the love of them and to keep the communication open all the days of their life. So this is just a little tip of things I have been through. Do not envy my glory. I have paid the cost. I have been through it. So when you see things coming to me, I deserve every bit of it. I deserve every bit of it. And on the spiritual aspect of things, I put in the work. I am starving my flesh more than the fast that I did. There's a lot of things that I've given up on. A lot of things. Because I take my assignment, my calling, and my serving the Lord very seriously. He's using me out to reach out to people. I take that seriously. I am in the business of ministry, in the soul winning business. It's a business that requires confidentiality. I work with a lot of people. I keep their information confidential. I make myself available. I am walking in His will. This is what I was born to do. So don't envy my glory. You don't know my story. I have paid the cost. By the way, today I have this nice, sexy black gown. I didn't mention that earlier because I just wanted to give this message and get it over with. Anyways, if you want to see the full dress, you can follow me on Instagram at Aïcha for His glory. I will talk to you guys soon. Be safe out there on this Memorial Day. Mwah, mwah, mwah.